Hey YouTube, it's nice and quiet in here. I don't have any construction, any kid noises going on in the background, or anybody yelling at a TV. So I thought, why not make a video? In this video, I want to talk about being new to the planted tanks. As you know, I started keeping planted tanks back in December. My very first time trying to do a planted tank, it failed miserably. I spent way too much on Amazon sword plants, and I put them in like small 2-gallon whatever tanks, because when I got them they were like literally maybe this big, and I didn't know a lot about plants, and they probably lasted maybe a month or two. And ever since then, I just never kept plants or tried to keep real plants. And now I'm really trying, like looking and doing all the research and everything, getting my feet wet with plants. So yeah, I'll talk a little bit about being new to the planted tank hobby. That's a good forehead shot. This is the 29-gallon planted tank. It consists of water wisteria, some pearl weed, leftover guppy grass, peacock moss. We got this plant right here and this one right here that I got from LR Breads, and I'll put the name down in the description because I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce the name of this plant. I also have this one right here, and there's another one just like that actually in here. Sorry, this is really bad, but that's the only way I could do that. So when I started keeping the plants, ever since my disaster with the Amazon swords, I started off with water wisteria, which is this lovely green plant right here. It's one of the easiest plants you can get, and it's also one of the cheapest, and it grows very quickly. It's a water column feeder. I don't add root taps to it even when I plant it, or you could leave it floating. That's what I've done with most of my wisteria. It's really hard to kill, really nice plant. There's been times when I had these guys in the 10-gallon tank and I had the water wisteria with them. The wisteria would break off in pieces, like there would just be a small stem with a leaf on it, and that stem would actually start rooting and growing into a whole nother plant. So water wisteria is very hardy. And this is a very low-tech tank. I don't add fertilizer, root tabs, anything. It's all just fish poop and lots of water changes. This tank, I haven't done any gravel vacuuming or anything like that, and I don't plan on doing it anytime soon because I just got these new plants right here on this side of me. I just got those plants back in January, and they've probably been in here maybe 3 weeks, so I don't want to disturb their root system or their growth at all. And when I find that when you do that with plants, especially when you start to put them in substrate instead of just floating them around or whatever, they tend to grow better, and you don't see a lot of die-off, because I haven't had any die-offs actually. And yeah, I'm really enjoying them. But like I said, I don't know the names of them. I do know the names, I just don't know if I would pronounce them correctly, so yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to. This plant, right here, that's pearlweed. I have a little bit experience with that plant because, let's not do that. Because back in my turtle keeping days and my reptile days, I saw a lot of it in terrariums, and they would basically keep it in probably like 2 inches of water, and pearlweed would spread a little bit like on the top surface. They would keep it floating. They would also like stuff it on the sides, like for example you would make a wall inside the aquarium. On top would be where the turtles would rest and whatever, and pearlweed would basically crawl all the way up that wall, and I really loved it. That's why I bought it, and I'm thinking about buying some more. Like, and this tank though, it's not doing too well because I'm not running CO2, and it doesn't need CO2. It's just, it's competing with all this water wisteria, and also the fact that my lights suck. And I don't fertilize, I don't add any root tabs. I think it's a really heavy root feeder, but it's not doing too bad. I have shoots of it like everywhere, and I'm not worried about it floating or hanging on to another plant. I'm not big on, oh my god, I need to take it and plant it. I'm not too worried about it because, like I said, it's a plant that can also be left floating. Let's see what else is going on here. Like I said, I have some guppy grass too, and it's hanging on. Ooh, this is bad. It's hanging on to the water wisteria. And guppy grass is another hardy plant. I have it in my spawning tank down here. And it's eating all the nitrites and nitrate, whatever it does. And it's really good. This tank down here actually gets about, I want to say 6 hours of light. And I don't have that much die off on the guppy grass. The guppy grass is really hardy plant. It does better when you add fertilizer to the water at least once a week. It would actually spread more and look much better. And I think you can actually keep it in low light, and that's what that tank is. It's just 2 light bulbs on there, and it's only lighted for 6 hours a day. The 10-gallon tank that I'm using to grow out some of my plants, it's not really doing too well. Not a lot of nitrites in there and anything for the plants to really feed on, because it's just one fish in there. So I'll have to grab some fertilizer, something in there so I can really grow out the plants. So anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a lot of babbling and a lot of kind of crazy quality going on here and a lot of crazy angles, but yeah, keeping live plants is not as hard as I thought it was. I thought that you had to be like a scientist or something. I'm not even good with, honestly, house plants. I've killed a cactus before, so I'm not that confident with keeping plants, and I really wasn't confident when I thought about buying plants for an aquarium, because they look nice and everything, but to spend, like $6-7 on a nice plant just so you can kill it, that didn't really interest me. But they're a lot hardier than I thought. A lot of the ones that I have are very nice. I would really recommend the water wisteria too. Like I said, that's a very hardy plant, very nice for newbies like me. I will try to add some more to my collection and see what happens and see if I can keep it alive, and I'll do reviews on that too. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm glad it's nice and quiet in here and everything, and hope you don't mind all the weird angles and stuff and the nice forehead shots. And don't forget, like, subscribe, leave comments down in the comment section.